Hello everyone! Hola in Spanish, ciao in Chinese, and many more. But still, the main point here is to ask you guys, how well are you? So, kumusta ba mo? I hope that you're all doing good there. By the way, I am Jenny Rose M. Magandam, your reporter for today, which will tackle about the last law indicated in the Module 6. And here are the targets that we have to pursue at the end of this lesson, wherein the students must be able to discuss the government subsidies provided in Republic Act number 10931 and to discover the impact of government subsidies to its beneficiaries. Don't you worry, I'll try my best to deliver this lesson evidently for you to acquire the set objectives. But before that, I want you to focus and analyze this specific illustration. Based on what you saw, what do you think does this illustration tries to imply? Indeed, but we can't deny the fact that poverty is the top reason why a lot of students wasn't able to pursue their education, most especially in tertiary level. And we know that it is very rampant, since as far as I recall from my classmates during grade 12, we are all 70, but if I'm not mistaken, only 30 of us was able to continue to college. And one of the main reasons for that is the so-called poverty. Kaya ang uban chooses to work instead in order to help their family. And this is one of the main reasons why free education is made possible. Former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte signed the bill on August 3, 2017 to provide an opportunity for students who are constantly for the right to receive an education, hence the implementation of free education law. But what is free education law? It is the Republic Act number 10931, also known as Universal Access to Quality Tertiary Education Act of 2017. It is an act promoting universal access to quality tertiary education by providing free tuition and other school fees in state universities and colleges, local universities and colleges, and state-run technical vocational institutions, establishing the tertiary education subsidy and student loan program, strengthening the unified student financial assistance system for tertiary education, and appropriating fund therefore, as stated in the title of the law. So, in short, this law ensures government full subsidy to students who intend to earn tertiary or technical vocational education. It is also a commitment to provide quality and affordable education for all. And it was launched and implemented by CHED on March 26, 2018. Probably you're wondering why we had these two logos here, which are the Commission on Higher Education, or CHED, and Unified Financial Assistance System, or UNIFAST. It's because UNIFAST is an attached agency of CHED and the primary implementer of Free Higher Education, or FHE, and the Tertiary Education Subsidy, or the TES program under the Republic Act 10931, or the Universal Access to Quality Tertiary Education Law. And now, what are the main programs under Republic Act 10931? So, we have 4, namely, Free Higher Education, or FHE subsidy, in SUCs and LUCs, Tertiary Education Subsidy, or TES, Student Loan Program, or SLP for tertiary education, and of course, the Free Technical Vocational Education and Training, or the Free TVET. Now, we dig in first to the Free Higher Education, or FHA subsidy in SUCs and LUCs, wherein state and local universities and colleges lang ang na-mention, meaning the private colleges are not included in this program. To clarify things, when we say SUCs, or state universities and colleges, it is any public institution of higher learning that was created by an act passed by the Congress of the Philippines. These institutions are fully subsidized by the national government and may be considered as a corporate body, like our school, USEP. While on the other hand, LUCs, or local universities and colleges, are higher educational institutions that are being run by local government units in the Philippines, like Kapalong College of Agriculture, Sciences and Technology, Moncayo College of Arts, Sciences and Technology, and Kolehiyo ng Pantukan. Okay, para sa asa man jud ni nga program? It is for all Filipino students. Mind you, all Filipino. Dili mga foreigner ha? So, only Filipino students can benefit who are either currently enrolled or shall be enrolled at any time. When we say anytime, mo enroll ka first sem pwede, second sem or summer pwede. So, that's what it's mean, anytime. Thereafter, in courses or program leading to bachelor's degree in any SUCs and LUCs shall be exempted from paying tuition and other school fees for units enrolled in. Meaning to say, kung dili na siya bachelor's degree ang imong gi-enroll, then it's not included in this program. In short, kung na-enroll na ka sa SUC or LUC, then you don't have to pay anything. But if there's a commotion with regards to this, a lot of people think na, ay, libre ng pagskwela sa college karon. Correction, dili libre sa SUC and LUC. Kung dili, gibayaran sa government ang LUC and SUC for the education of the Filipino students who enrolled there. And now, who will be the provider for this particular program? So, all SUCs and SHED-recognized LUCs. So, kung gidawat na ka sa SUC anywhere in the Philippines, maka-avail na ka. But I just wanted to highlight the term SHED-recognized LUCs because not all LUCs was being recognized by SHED. There are still LUCs that has some requirements needs to comply for them to be registered. But we have some exemptions under this particular program, which are those students who have already obtained a bachelor's degree, students who have failed to comply with the admission and or retention policies of the SUCs or LUCs. So, as a student under this program, you have to read the handbook of your schools with regards to their admission and retention policies to be aware. Next are the students who failed to complete their bachelor's degree within the period prescribed in their chosen program. Example is ang Bachelor of Education, which is a 4-year course. And if you fail to complete that in a given period, that's the time na ma-opt out ka sa program. And yes, you can still continue your schooling to that university, but you will be the one to pay for your education. Lastly are those students who voluntarily opt out in the said program. Just like us, di ba, every SEM upon enrolling na atay part sa paper nga, mura siya waiver, nga fill upan nimo if you want to voluntarily opt out. Pero malabo kayo ning voluntarily, no? Kay libre na, then ma-opt out pa jud ka. Anyway, just saying. And what are the benefits once you become a beneficiary of this program? First is the free tuition for all courses or subjects or classes enrolled in during a particular semester, and free miscellaneous other school fees and similar or related fees, which we've enjoyed right now, and we're so lucky and blessed enough for that. Now, let's proceed to the second one, the Tertiary Education Subsidy or TES. Under the first program, which is the Free Higher Education Subsidy, I've mentioned the LUC and SUC, but this time, the private higher education institutions are now included. And the purpose is to support the cost of tertiary education beneficiaries. But this program is subject to prioritization and availability of the funds. Mind you, my dear students, that when we say all Filipino students, we have some sort of problem here. Ani manggod siya. Per year, the government allot a certain budget for this particular Republic Act. However, sometimes the budget is not enough for everyone. That is why it is very clear in their IRR or implementing rules and regulations that the TES program under this act will be subject to prioritization and availability of the funds. So, allow me to discuss the prioritization under this program. So, kinsa man jud ang mga priority nga matagaan ani nga subsidy? First are the ESGPPA Grantees or Expanded Students Grants in Aid Program for Poverty Alleviation. Usually is naka-enroll ni sila sa mga SUCs. Second are the ongoing TDP-TES Grantees. TDP means Tulong Dunong Program. Third are the students enrolled in Philippines higher institutions situated in municipality or city with no existing SUCs or LUCs, and the students must be a resident of that municipality. And fourth are those belongs to the listahan of the SWD. And there is a commotion with regards to this. Daghan ng mga parents nga nagreklamo with regards ani. Then moingon sila nga, "Ma'am, sir, 4-piece man ko, apil man ko sa DSWD." And that's a big no. Because 4-piece and listahan of the SWD is not the same. Unsa di ay ni siya nga listahan? Listahan of the SWD is just a database all over the Philippines sa mga ginatawag nila nga indigents, while 4-piece is one of the programs sa DSWD. So mauna siya ang difference sa duha, okay? So much for that. And now let's proceed to the third program under the Republic Act number 10931, which is the Student Loan Program or SLP for tertiary education that supports further cost of tertiary education or any part of portion thereof. A student loan program for tertiary education is hereby likewise established for all Filipino students who shall enroll in SUC, LUC, private higher education institution, and TVET program in all technical vocational institutions registered under the TESDA. You can avail of the program for your review expenses for licensure examinations administered by the Professional Regulations Commission or PRC, and the repayment shall be affected by the incorporating loan amount or a percentage in the employee's monthly social security system known as SSS or Government Service Insurance known as GSIS contribution. And payment will commence once ang beneficiary is naanay secure nga trabaho with compensation, remuneration, or earnings that reaches the compulsory repayment threshold or CRT. And now, even Land Bank and some bank around the Philippines are now offering educational student loan. Now, let's move to the last program, which is the Free Technical Vocational Education and Training, or Free TVET, wherein ang musulod dayon sa itong utok is TESDA. When we say TVET, or Technical Vocational Education and Training, it is the part of education system that provides courses and training programs related to employment with a view to enable the transition from secondary education to work for young trainees or students and supply the labor market with competent apprentices. So, the main point of this program is to help the students find a secure job after their secondary education. And can avail to this program are all Filipino learners enrolled in their National Certificate or NC2 in any public technical vocational institution or TVI registered with the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority or TESDA. So, having national certificate is by level mo gud na siya. And this program only cover NC1 or 2. And these are just available sa mga institution and training center na registered sa TESDA. And if you already had an NC2 yet still want to undergo another training to level up your certificate, yes you can. But it's not free anymore, which was stated here, wherein it says that those who can't avail are the following: students who have obtained a bachelor's degree, received a certificate or diploma for technical vocational courses equivalent to at least a National Certificate 3 and above. And just like my school during senior high, wherein they offer TVL track there. And all the trainings, tools, and other things na need namo for practice, OJT, and demonstration are free. And by the way, I'm not flexing, but I am an NC2 holder for bartending, housekeeping, and front desk officer. And just like what's stated here, we only stop sa NC2. Kaya kana raman ang free. And kung mag-proceed me, expected nga, grabe dyan ang expenses because sa bartending attending palang daan like ang mga wines ang ginagamit is very, very expensive. So much for that. Next are those students who fail in any course enrolled in during the program. So, kung wala ni mo nahuman or napasar ang imuhang enrolled course, that's the time na ma-opt out ka. Kasi mind you guys, along the process of having an NC2 is not easy. Naapay demonstration, OJT, examination, and many more. And we have to pass all of those to get an NC2. But at least, due to this program, hard work na lang imuha kay wala na kay problem sa finances. So, unsa di ay ang mga benefits ani if ma-beneficiary na ka ani nga program, which are, first, free tuition and other school fees. Learners shall be given allowance to support their training expenses, living allowance, national competency assessment fee, and starter toolkits. And all TVET programs in public institutions registered with TESDA shall be free. Yahay kay no, with allowance pa. And ang uban gani sa akong naibawan is naapod sila ay libre nga boarding house, but just saying probably not available sa other TVET. I know ang uban diri is na ay mga relatives or kaila nga beneficiary ani nga program. And mind you, NC2 are also one of the requirement kung mag-abroad ka. And that's it. Mauto ang 4 main programs under Republic Act 10931, also known as Universal Access to Quality Tertiary Education Act. But how does this law affect the lives of its beneficiaries? And to answer that question, kindly watch this short video.
Tatay ko hirap, nangungutang ng pang-allowance. Kailangan din namin na mag-abroad. Nagtatanim-tanim kami ng mga gulay-gulay, ganyan. Kasi binibenta ko naman sa school. Yung test po, siya po yung naging daan para po mas gumaan yung pag-aaral ko. Magiging malaking bahagi po ang test para po makamit ko ang aking mga pangarap na makapagtapos.
Nabigyan po ako ng pagkakataon na makapag-aral. Kahit po mahirap lang kami. At kahit po sa hirap ng buhay ay hindi ko naramdaman na naging hadlang ang kakapusan ng pera upang makapagtapos ka ng pag-aaral.
Lagi natin isipin na hindi hanggang hadlang ang isang kapensyanan para di maabot ang isang pangarap.
That will be all. Once again, this is Jen Rose M. Magandam, your reporter, who wants to leave this quotation. Education is the key to opportunity. It's a ticket out of poverty.